All right, right now, Austin Fire, Austin Police, and Austin EMS are responding to that major fire we keep telling you about, an apartment complex in North Austin. Officials are giving us an update right now, so we're going to listen in, right?
Good morning. My name is Brandon Wade. I'm Assistant Chief with the Austin Fire Department. At approximately 4 a.m., our dispatch started receiving calls about a fire at this apartment complex. What our crews found on arrival was large amounts of fire all the way across the apartment building. There was numerous reports of people trapped in apartments, and our crews started working on extinguishment and then rescuing occupants from the apartment. This call was quickly upgraded to a second alarm due to the number of rescues that were being called in and the amount of fire. We had numerous people pulled from apartments by our fire department crews. Those patients were handed off to Austin Travis County EMS to be taken to the hospital. Right now, we know of 4 patients that were transported to the hospital, and at least one was in critical condition. This call was then upgraded to a third alarm as the fire continued to progress down the building. However, crews made great efforts and made stops on the fire at the end of the building. Right now, we have fire under control. We do not have a cause of the fire at this time. Our fire investigation division is on scene and is working to determine a cause. This building had approximately 40 apartment units. Right now, it looks like all of the occupants will probably be displaced due to the damage to the building that we have. We're working with the Red Cross to help find homes and locations for these residents to go. And we also have APD's Victim Services here to assist with the residents. Currently, they're on Capital Metro buses to try to keep them warm and out of the cold with it. The Austin Fire Department is going to be here for quite some time working this incident to make sure that the fire is completely extinguished and also for cause determination. This is a reminder as we're moving into the cold season, as we don't know the cause of this fire yet, but oftentimes we start to see upticks in fires due to space heaters. And one thing we know is our space heaters need space, so make sure that they're clear. Also, working smoke detectors. We don't know if smoke detectors were working or not at this fire. We haven't determined that yet, but we had numerous residents that were already leaving and evacuating on our arrival as well. And that's what a smoke detector will do for us, is will early warning to get you out. Y'all have any questions? Yes, it appears, based on first reports on arrival, that the main portion of the fire was on the second floor with their arrival. So there will be water damage and also damage from looking for fire and for the extension on the first floor. Yeah. So right now, like I said, there's about 42 is what our initial count was on apartments, approximately. It looks like at least 3/4 of those have damage to it, either by fire or by what we call overhaul, checking for extension for the fire. So fire control damage.
About any pets?
We did save numerous pets. I believe a cat, a couple dogs, and believe it or not, 1 possum.
Oh.
So, yeah. Any other questions?
Do you have specifics on what the Red Cross is doing yet?
So the Red Cross, they just arrived, so they're probably starting to get a count and working with residents to see what we can do with building management to relocate residents, because as you can see, it's a large building and many people just lost their homes this morning. So they're going to help locate, homes for them.
And how about the road out here? How long are you expecting that to be closed with first responders out there?
The road will be closed for a couple hours, I imagine, as we work to clear trucks. We had about 27 fire department units on scene, which is about 100+ firefighters here working this incident. EMS had about 6 medic units to come to assist us as we were removing patients from the building so they could treat and transport. The efforts that the Austin Fire Department and the firefighters made today and I believe a picture was sent out, was tremendous. There was large amounts of fire, and they went right into it to go and save it. We had numerous reports of people trapped, and those firefighters went right into those the apartments to extinguish and remove occupants out of there. So the efforts of those firefighters were tremendous this morning.
All right, you're listening into that live fire update from officials there talking about this apartment complex fire. Now, Hannah, I don't know about you, but we should have such immense gratitude for our firefighters. When they were I just had chills and my eyes got watery when they were talking about the fact that people were, you know, middle of the night, you're asleep in your bed.
Caught off guard.
Caught off guard. They're trapped in their homes, in their apartment complexes. And these firefighters are going in and rushing and risking their lives to save yours, pulling you out of your home. I mean, it really makes me just feel so grateful for our firefighters.
Because also during the pandemic, I mean, they worked so hard, but look at that photo, just unbelievable. I'm sure there were children, animals trapped, and they just worked so hard. In fact, there is only, 4 patients that had to be transported. It's unbelievable. How many units? 42?
You're right. They said there's 42 apartment units. 3/4 of those were damaged, whether it was just maybe fire damage or just water damage, but some form of damage. They also mentioned that the second floor of the apartment complex, that was where the main portion of the fire was, and you can tell by that very dramatic photo that Austin Fire Department officials took. But if you really think about it, they said 4 patients were transported, 1 in critical condition. They still don't know the cause of the fire, but I mean, you really have to hand it to our firefighters, the men and women who are working so hard to make sure that we are safe. We run out and away from danger, they run to it. So I am just so grateful for them. And also Red Cross is trying to find people some places to go and be safely. APD's Victim Services also there to make sure that people are safe and out of the cold.
Such a community effort on such a cold morning.
No doubt.